Hello YouTube, and welcome to a very special edition of RPG Maker MV tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to make a mini-map for your game, and to have icons show up on the map for the player and NPCs that actually move around on the map when the NPCs actually moving relative to where they are. Okay, this is what you'll be making, something like this. This is the game I'm currently working on called Marked for Death, and we'll just start from here. As you can see, this is just start the game inside the laboratory. If we go out here, as you can see, there's no map. This is the city. The game is still early in development, in case you're wondering. I've only been working on it about a week. We'll just skip all this spiel. It's not important at the moment. And we've got to go and activate our map. So we're going to the hotel. That's our first mission. As you can see up here, it's called No Place Like Home. So it's first check into hotel. It's a cyberpunk game. We're completely doing an overhaul, John and me, my mate, of RPG Maker, all custom things and bobs. So here we go, going to the hotel. We can't get to our room unless we request a reservation. So she'll say that, we'll say request reservation. Now we'll teleport to our room. Your bio ID has been verified. So if we just go over here, this is Wyatt's room. That's this character you play called Wyatt Brody, the hitman. Here we go. You into your room. If you come over here, check messages. You need to complete the first mission to go for listen to messages. Download both summons from your neural matrix. So we'll just do that quickly. There's your neural matrix. Obviously, neural matrix will download Inferno. Just installed Inferno to your neural matrix. You can now use Inferno in time for combat. You need a gun equipped for this summon. This isn't really important, but we'll download both anyway. Check our messages, and we'll start mission 2. Skip all this. As you can see, this is where we get our, I'm going to put a graphic on here. It's not got a graphic yet, but if we go here, we get our map. As you have just uploaded Metro Download map to your neural matrix, you can now use the mini-map. The city is called Metro Download by Metropolis, and Download, the city called Download is similar to Indexer from AD 2000. Judge Dredd, similar to Indexer is a character Judge Dredd. They appear in 2000 AD, but I digress. So now I've got the map. It only turns on in the city. In the full game, each screen, each map will have each level will have a map. But it's only maps only available at the moment in the actual city. So if we go back outside, we should see ourselves on the map. The map ourselves on some icons. Here you go. Can you see that? It's the city of Metro Download Commercial District. That's an enemy. That's Skull. That's the second mission. That's this one there. Look, a gun for hire. First, kill Alex Westwood. These are NPCs you can interact with. Still early in development, there'll be a lot more NPCs. This means the weapon shop, and that means the hotel. And then the icons aren't moving at the moment because RPG Maker, they're set to random. The RPG Maker, for some reason, when you're not near the NPCs, they're not moving. So if we get in our helicopter and we go near an NPC, you'll see them start moving, and they'll start moving on the mini-map. So if we, there's us. Here, look, see that little skull with a little chicken brain? That says moving on the helicopter. Go down there, can you see that moving now? Here we go, so if you watch it move here, this one here where my mouse icon is, you can see him down here moving. It moves relative to its position and its speed. And if we go all across here to the mission, you see this one starts moving. Because RPG Maker, for some reason the characters don't start moving until you get real close. I guess it saves on memory. But he is moving, he's just idling at the moment, he can't seem to move. Now the icon's not moving. If we go to the last one, you'll see that one also moves. There's a bit of setup involved, but it's not too tricky. Just bear with it and it'll be well worth the while because people will really appreciate the game. You've got a mini-map with moving icons. I had to watch a tutorial how to do this, but, from Echo. I've elaborated on this tutorial, elaborates on what Echo teaches, because on her she didn't teach you how to get moving NPC icons. I had to deduce that myself, so I thought I'd do a tutorial on it just to get out people wondering how you get moving NPC icons. As you can see, that's all well and good. So let's jump into it, shall we? Right, first off, what you're going to want to do is, I'll just show you what I've done. This is what it looks like. You want to create an event. A parallel event below characters and make it parallel. It's your choice whether you want the map to turn on or off at a certain location. If you don't want it to turn on. You just want it on screen. You just do this one. Show pic. Just do. Don't worry about this turn on city map. That is it's a switch. If you want it to turn on, I'll teach you how to do this as if you're going to turn the map on somewhere. If you don't want it turned on, you just want it on. Don't bother about doing a switch. Just have. I'll show you the next command that I'll teach you in a sec. Just put that in. Don't worry about the switch. Create a switch. Call it whatever you want to notify you turn the map on. I've called mine turn on city map. I haven't created an else branch. It's just if it's turned on, do this. Then what you do is you have a picture ready to go. Call it ID1. Whatever number you put in here, each picture has to have a different ID number, and it'll be allocated to that picture, and that number will represent that picture. So we'll type in number 1. What you want to do, what I haven't mentioned yet, is in your RPG Maker folder, wherever it is, you should do something like this, RPG Maker tutorials. Go into image, into pictures, then put all your icons and map in there. Now you get your map. Basically, icons want to be between 16 by 16 pixels, very small, to 22 by 22, or it'll be quite large. I keep about 16 by 16. This one's 22 by 22, and these ones are 16 by 16. And what you want to do to get your map, what should I taught you first, is right click on your map down here, whichever one you want to get a map of. Right click and go to save as image. That'll prompt you for a save location. We'll do it in default location. It's in documents, and it'll create a folder called map images. So if we create that, then what you can do is you go to documents, and there it was, look, it creates a folder called map images, and there is map 007. And what you would do is take note, look at your level, and take note of what the width and the height is. So we're going to be multiplying this number. What I've done for this one, I've multiplied it by 2, so because we don't want the map too teeny tiny, like Echo would say. So we've multiplied it by 2, so it's 140 by 100. So it depends. You might have to do some experiment to see how many times you want to times the number by. Because if we were to make our resolution 140 by 100, it'd be quite small. To get the map on the screen that you see on my game, I've times it by 2, so it'll be 280 by 200. So you get the image. I recommend this website, befunky.com. So go to Google, just type in befunky. It'll bring up this the first one here, befunky.com. Click on that. It's a free online image editing software. Sorry, image editing application. Most of it's free. You can do what you need to do for RPG Maker for free. Get started. Click on get started. Edit a photo. Click on that, and then we'll start new. Then you go into your map images where it said file. Drag it in here. It's your choice whether you want to give it a border. But if you do get a border, don't make it too big. Otherwise, your player will walk on the border, and it won't look very good, and it will be slightly off center. So if you want to give it a border, just give it some definition on screen like I've done, rather than just being a plain old rectangle with no definition. What you want to do is come down to this square box where it says frames, click on that, click on border, drop it down to say 5 on the outer thickness, drop it down to 5 on the inner thickness, put corner radius. It's your choice whether you want to do corner radius. This makes it rounded, the corners. Put on 3 and change black to white. I think works best. And this white one down to yellow or green. It's your choice what you want to do. If you make it yellow or green, it really stands out. If we have this one now as a red color, as a light red, you see that would properly stand out. It wouldn't look so. Then what you want to do after that, after you've done your border, whether you want to or not, what this is important, whatever you're going to be multiplying it by, this map, want it to be, I had to do it by twice the amount. What you do, click on this icon here, it says edit, click on resize. You can do this in any image editing software you want. But you just got to remember, it might take some while to figure out how many times you want to times it by. But if you do stick to the map dimensions, it'll be very small. But this one's quite a big map, so I only had to times it by 2. Remember, my map was 140 width by 100 height. So unlock that lock aspect ratio, turn it off. So width was 140, so we want to double that. So you want to type in 280. Then height was 100, so we want to type in 200. And that's how big it will be on screen. You can tell. That looks big enough. But if you want to times it by 3, you could. A multiple of 3, your width and your height of the map in your game. Then what you would do is click on save, click on computer, turn it into an PNG because that's the only image file RPG Maker really recognises PNG. You want PNG, otherwise it won't work if it's a JPEG. Click on save. It'll download it up here if you're on Firefox, or if you're on Chrome it'll be somewhere else. Click on that, click on open your map, right click, you can give it a name if you want, cut it, and then go to pictures in your RPG Maker tutorial, in your project. So you find your project, usually in documents, unless you've saved it somewhere else. That's called RPG Maker tutorials. Click on that, and click on images, click on pictures, and paste it in there. But I've already done it. I'm just showing you how to do it. Right, now remember that multiplication you've done of your map. If you've times it by 2, remember that. If you've times it by 3, remember that you times it by 3. Okay, just remember how many times you multiplied it by. And it has to be a multiple. It can't be a weird number. It has to be, like I said, I'm reiterating this point because it is important, otherwise your map will be all screw with and the icons won't register properly and it'll be all over the place. So look at your map, and you want to do a multiple of the width number exactly and the multiple of the height. We've done it times 2 for this map, so it's 280 by 200 as it's 140 by 100. Now that's understood. We'll go back here. We'll go to show picture. What you do, you choose an ID number. I recommend giving it number 1 unless you've already got pictures in your game already. Then give it a different number other than number for pictures you already got. But if you haven't got the pictures in your game so far, all well and good. So give it a number. Then make sure the images are in your pictures folder in your RPG Maker project, and these are all the pictures in my project. So look for the map you want, whatever you named it. So mine was called Metro Download. Click OK. Leave it on upper left. And these numbers are important. Click on direct designation. Wherever you have the numbers, these are to place the map on screen wherever you want. By default, it will be in the upper left corner if you just leave it blank. But I want mine lower left. So 10 on the X width pushes it slightly away from the edge to the left, and 415 pushes it to the bottom, but just above the bottom a little bit, so it's not quite at the bottom. Remember these two numbers as well. Wherever you set your X and Y direct designation to place the map on screen wherever you want it. So remember the multiplication and remember these two numbers. It's very important. You can refer back to it if you can't remember. So you just want, I recommend putting the bottom left corner, so you want X10 and 4115. Give it a number, select the map, leave width and height here, and opacity the same, blend mode all the same. Then click on that. That's that done. Make sure it's a parallel event. Sorry this tutorial's dragging on a bit, but it'll be worth it. Then what you want to do, create another parallel event. I've got this switch here again, if turn city map is on. This is just a conditional branch to see where it's turned on. If it is, then the map will show up. It's up to you whether you want the map to show up straight away or not. But if you want it to turn on, you want to do you want to create a switch, call it whatever you want, then do a conditional branch without an else statement, and just click on if and click on your switch, and if it's on, and I'll show you where I put the switch later on where it activates this part. It's in the map. When you get your map, it turns it on. Then what you want to do, you want to click on that. You want to click down here, just like the first event we created, parallel event, which didn't show you what to do. Click on tab 2 and click on show picture. Do that for the first event we created for the map as well. If I didn't say that, so you click on show picture and you get this up. You give it another ID number. This time it's number 2, because if you put number 1, it'd be a bit weird. It'd bug out on you. So give it a different number. So this is going sequentially up. So we give it 2. Choose your player icon. This is because we're creating the player icon to move on the map now. This icon I've chosen, player icon 1 small. I'll give these icons away in the link will be in the description. So click OK, make sure it's got a different number, leave it on center. Then what you will do is click on check this box, designation with variables. Click on this where it says player X. Yours won't say player X because you haven't created it yet. But what you want to do is create a variable called player X and player Y. And when you've created the player X, double click on it for here, and click on your player Y for here. This is the access point for the character. So create 2 variables, player X and player Y, and put them in the corresponding boxes. So player X would go in the X and player Y would go in the Y. And that's all well and good. Then create 2 more, create a variable, another variable. Hang on, wait there. Oh no, what you do is what you would do is click on this one, go to first tab, click on control variables, and then click on that, and click on your player X, click OK. But I'll show you what I've done. So you click on control variables, then you choose it to single, player X, leave the operation on set, and click highlight game data, then click on the box, click on character, and make sure you've chosen player, and it's on map X, as this is the X coordinate, player X. Then click OK, then go to control variables, then choose player Y, leave it on set, same again, game data, leave it on player and choose map Y this time. That's that. Then do control variables again. Whoops. If you want to edit something, just press space on it and it'll edit options. Click on player X and this time set it to multiply. And remember what you multiplied your map by? Mine was twice, so you want your player X, you want it on mul for multiply. You want constant, you want to put in the number how many times you multiply your height and your width by, your width and your height by of your map. We did it times 2 because it was 140 by 100 and our picture was 280 by 200, so that's 2. But if it was times 3, you put 3 times 4, you put 4. But if it's the exact same width and height, you just put 1 because you haven't multiplied it. So you want to put a constant of 2 for ours because we've multiplied by twice. It wants to be on mul, so player X that. Then you got another control variable, then you put this one on Y, leave it to mul, 2 again, that's for the Y coordinate. Then another control variable, you want to leave it on player X again, and this time add constant of 10. This number is, I'm getting this number from the map position, so whatever you put in for your X position for your map, mine was 10, because that pushes it slightly away from the edge to the left. So I put in 10 there, you want add, player X add 10, or whatever the X coordinate is for your map, if you've moved it. And then for player Y, you want to click single player Y, then add, and my Y variable for the map location was 415, so I put in 415. And that will work lovely for you. So now what that will do is, since you've got the map set up, it will turn, if you haven't done the conditional branch, it will just show up regardless, and it will be on every screen. But mine's, I think, if I go to Wyatt's room, I can't remember where I put that. Here you go, this is where you get your map from. What I've done is I've given you a bit of text when you click on it, so you can now use the map, and I put the control switch. What you would do, because if turn stick map on, that's a conditional branch that you checked, and it's checking for that. When it gets here, when you clicked on your map on the map, it'll tell this text. Then it goes to control switches. Then it turns it on. So you go to control switches, and you'd have it, and you just click OK, and make sure operations on wherever you want it to be activated. It looks for this, the conditional branch. When it's turned, when it gets to this part, it will turn it on. And how you make an NPC is quite similar. The other thing I've really done differently here, we've got that if turn city map is on, the conditional branch C, but I haven't checked the else branch because we don't need an else branch. If it's on, and remember when we was in Wyatt's room, that's where I placed it. After you read the text about you downloaded the minimap, that's when it turns it on. So now when we get back out, it's a parallel event, and it's on this map, so it's turned on, so then it'll do all this operation here. The other thing you have to do for NPCs differently, you have to give show picture, to get a different number. This one's number 6 for some reason. Get a different icon, and for every NPC you have, even if you're having the same icon to represent NPCs or whatever you want, you always have to have a separate icon. So if you want 2 NPCs with the same icon, you'd have to create you'd have to have one icon in your pictures folder, and then you'd have to duplicate it, have another one, have 2 in your pictures folder called like enemy icon 1 and enemy icon 2, or NPC 1, NPC 2, because you can't share the same picture, is what I'm trying to say. So that one's just called human enemy icon. So give it a picture ID, select the icon for the NPC, leave it on center, and down here designation variables, make sure it's checked, and you click on that. Then you click on you want two new variables like player X and player Y, but for each character. So you can I've called them enemy icon on X Jim, because that's what the character is called, and Y. So you want to set your NPC X coordinate here and your Y coordinate there. Leave everything else the same, make sure it's on center, and you've got a different number and it's got your individual picture there. Then, like I said, it's the exact same as the player variables now, except so you can copy and paste them. Everything you have to do, then press when you copy and paste them from your script, all 6 of them, click on space, then you click on this first one that says enemy icon on Jim. What you want to do, the first variable, you want to click on that, make sure it's on the right player, whoops, I'll just cancel that, make sure it's on the right X value, so that's the enemy icon X Jim. You want to set game data. This time on game data you want to look for character. Instead of being on player, you want to look for your event. Mine was called Jim West, so I clicked on Jim West. It's best to name your event, otherwise it'll just be a bunch of numbers like this and you won't know which one your event actually is. That was Jim West. And same for X. Do the Y. The Y would be enemy icon Y. Set game data Jim West map Y, or whatever your NPC character is called. Then you do the enemy icon again on X times 2 if you've done it multiple twice on your map, and you do the Y times 2 or times whatever your map is. Then the X enemy icon on the X position of your map if you've relocated your map from default position. So you want X value up here, and you want add on that one 10. Then you want the Y value for the map coordinates on add down here, look. And what you can do, you can create another switch. I've created a switch called delete enemy icon Jim West is on. If it's on, I've triggered it somewhere else. So when it's on, what it will do, basically I've triggered it after the mission, after you've killed him, I've turned it on, and what it does then is you use the same number for the picture ID for the icon, which is 6, and you set the image to none. And then when it's dead, it won't be on the map no more. But you can, if you don't do that, it'll just leave the icon on the map, and it looks like it's a bit of you can make that game design choice if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's best to get rid of it if he's dead. That's how you do that. And what I will show you quickly is how to mark an objective on your map. Sorry this video's dragging on, but it's really worth it. If none of this is clear and I've skipped over some steps, or it's not too transparent what I'm talking about, just leave a comment in the comment section. I will endeavour to get back to you with your query. What we can do, this is what you do for an objective, slightly different. I've got the if turned on map cities on, just triggering it. Then we've got two variables. I've got one variable called game objective 1 X and game objective 1 Y. It's X and Y again. So you put it in there, single set, you go to game data and you click on this event. This event this time, and then leave it on map X for X, and then you do game objective 1 on Y, or whatever you call your objective or your icon for a set location, and leave it on set game data this event on Y this time. And then game objective X, then you want multiply times 2, because we've done our map times 2. There you go. Then we want game objective 1 Y, set to multiply times 2. Then our X coordinate for our map, so we want game objective 1X and add this time to the constant 10, that's where our X value is for the map location. Then our Y location for the map was 415 and set it to add. And that show picture is just basically when it's triggered. I've set the picture is free, so I've set it free. What you want to do is you want to give it a picture ID, free this time. Then click on there and click your icon, relevant icon you want for the quest location. Leave it on upper left. Then in your X designated variables, highlight it so it becomes active. Click on the X and look, place on your game objective 1 or whatever you call the X value, and put the Y on the Y value. Leave it on the upper left, make sure it's got an unique ID number and it's got the image selected. Leave width and height alone and opacity alone and blend mode on thing. That's about it, YouTube. I think that's all the bases covered. Sorry this video dragged on a little while, but I'll play the game again so you can see. Oh, what I will mention before I show you the game, if you just do what I've said, when you leave, if you don't want the map to show on every screen, or you want a map for each screen, and you don't want the same map on the same screen, if you know what I mean. Basically, if you just leave it as that, when you go into another building, the map will still be on screen with the NPCs walking around. That's a bit jarring, as the player might get confused. You might have map layered on top of map. So it's best when you go into a building is to do this look. So for every indoors, it's best to have your map outside. But if you're doing just one map, what you want to do is, if I was to go in that building now, the map would still show up and the player icons would still be up. So whatever you've used, whatever numbers you've used for picture IDs, if you use, like, say 1 to 7, 1 for your map, 1 for 3 enemy icons, and 3, 4, or 4 for objective placement icons, what you would do, if we go to one of my maps here, look, hallway 1, say, create an event, make it a parallel below characters. Don't worry about a tint screen. That's just to make sure it never goes nighttime indoors. Because I've got and don't worry about plugging command clear or weather. That's just to make sure no weather happens inside. But what you want to take notice of is this erase picture. So you double click on the line, come to tab 2, and click on erase picture like that. Then put in the ID number you want. You don't want the picture to show. So these ones here, erase picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and so on, are all pictures of icons and the mini map. So when it erases, when it gets here, it parallel just keeps running, and it's always erasing these pictures so they don't show on the screen. Because I didn't want the map the city map to show up in here with the icons. So if you don't want the map to show up in your buildings or whatever, just create an event, parallel event, and go find the picture ID for that picture, click erase picture and type in the corresponding picture ID number, and do it for all the pictures, and make sure it's parallel and it won't be in your building. Okay, so if we play the game again, I'll show you. This is the game I'm currently working on, Marked for Death. As you can see, if you go outside, the map's now triggered, so I've already gone and got it. There's our objective marker, that's the hotel, you can see. Oh, I think I've bugged up my game. It's moving with us. It's moving with me, it's moving with me. Don't worry about it, I'll fix it. I obviously did something wrong. But my teaching sound, don't worry about it, I just clicked on the wrong button, now it's following me. It's alright, I've got a backup. If we go up here, as you can see, what I will do quickly is just show you. We'll get in the helicopter. I've replaced the airship with a helicopter, so you've got a helicopter sound. We'll go over here to the second mission. Don't worry about that icon following me. Yours won't do that. I just obviously clicked on the wrong button somewhere. If we battle him, you see if I manage to beat him. If I manage to beat him, you see the icon's no longer on the screen. And you ain't killed me outright. Son of a bitch, he never does that move. Well, let's try that again. Let's equip. Let's do it back to him this time. So you've been sent to kill me. You don't stand a chance. Summon. We'll do it back to him now, that move. See how he likes to give his own medicine for it. My language. Hey, that ain't little bastard. That's not going to do much damage, is it, little shit? Well, this people sending me to a far. Let's keep doing this. I just want to beat him so I can do the icon should test it here when he's dead. Ow, you bastard. This is the most powerful move I've got at the moment. I'll be doing a tutorial on weather, like you can see here, and on lights that turn on at night time I've got, but that'll be for a different tutorial. This one's dragged on far too long. Sorry about that, YouTube. Please don't hate me. That's dead, so now when you look on the map, look where the icon is, where Tay is, and you see that icon for him is no longer there. So if we just get rid of this, see? So just skip this a minute. There I am, look, but there's no icon for him anymore, he's disappeared. Now, it's triggered all these other icons. This is the next mission which says kill all monsters on commercial district map. These icons, these skulls have just appeared. These skulls represent the enemy, and these heads represent NPCs. And that's it for today's video, YouTube.